Oh, yeah. Look who's back. Look who's back. Back in the saddle in Chicago. It's the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff, me, Ryan McGuffey. Back at it. Back in the city. Back in the saddle for the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff. Brought to you by our fine partners at Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations nearest you. Check out that drink of the month, the Repo Rita. It's raging. I'm not coming to you from a pool. No palm trees today. Back in the saddle, baby. Ready to go. And yes, it's the All-Star break. Yeah, we got content. It's the recap, for God's sakes. We don't stop just because the world shuts down for one day a year in sports. Media availabilities from the NL and AL All-Stars at 1:30 Chicago time. We'll hear what PCA and Matthew Boyd and Kyle Tucker have to say. We'll see where they're batting in the lineup, et cetera, et cetera. For those of you who get totally infatuated with the All-Star game, we got the Home Run Derby tonight. Are you upset that there are no Cubs participating? Shane Smith, of course, the representative for the White Sox pitching. I got a little cut on the finger here in the studio, doing it all. We do it all, Cap and I, here at the studio. Okay? Doing the manual labor as well. Good to be back with you. A great weekend on the South Side. 2005 reunion of the White Sox. The organization celebrates their own better than anybody in baseball. I really believe that. Maybe as well as anyone in sports. It started with the Mark Brilley statue unveiling on Friday night. The toast to Bobby Jenks, the whole team doing the beer toast, I thought was awesome. And I asked a question out there, and it's good. I see the chat is absolutely full. I asked a question out there about where does this team rank? I'm talking about the Cubs amongst all of the other teams right now in sports, or all the other teams right now in Major League Baseball. 18 games over 500. 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. I know how crazy everybody was when they lost 2 out of 3 to the Twins. A 3-3 road trip. I think you got to be ecstatic about how it all played out. Eric, happy Monday. Nice to bounce back for the Cubs this weekend. Let's get some rest for the All-Star break and back at it on Friday. This Cubs team can be really, really good if we had high-quality starting pitching. The last 2 games against the Yankees certainly proved how good we can be. I thought Matthew Boyd and Shota Imanaga were absolutely fantastic. Shota's placement of his fastball last night or yesterday, that thing was going wherever he wanted to put it. Wayne, Guff, for the life of me, I can't figure out why people bitch about Poles extension. We are on the brink of an exciting season of Bears football. I'm glad you brought that up, Wayne. Of course, since after we signed off the Bears, a little Friday news dump, extend Ryan Poles through the 2029 season. There were so many people that replied to me on X like, what did he do to deserve this? Do you not think that this was the way it was always going to match up? The guy just signed a head coach for $13 million a season. The best organizations have continuity and they line up. Now, you can argue about should Ryan Poles have had the opportunity to get to this point? That's a different discussion. But I have zero, to be honest with you, I'd much rather the GM and the head coach line up. I would. This will be it. Either Ryan Poles sinks or swims now. There's no more, well, it's not his coach. He didn't hire this guy. That's not his quarter. No, this is the rebuild. He has put the team in position. He's built the roster. It's either sink or swim. I'm with you, Wayne. I don't understand it. The real Phil Simms. Great way to end the first half against the Yankees. Time to rest, get ready for the second half and go on a serious run. How is Godfather doing? Putting out positive vibes. I don't see Godfather in the chat. I just kind of scrolled quickly. So let's hope that he's doing okay. Landon. Hello, Eric. Hello, Guff. Hello, Wayne. Look at everybody. Can you explain how you lose 3 of 4 to the Guardians? Bro, I can explain it this way. They don't have good bullpen. They don't have a good bullpen. And their offense is not very good. So they have decent starting pitching, a lot of like 3 through 5 type starters. And they get to the 6th inning and they have a bunch of 6th or 7th inning bullpen guys. And that's it. They don't have dudes. That's how you lose. The Guardians just had to do enough. And then you get to the 10th inning with the ghost runner, et cetera. It's about who has the clutch hit. There's a lot more clutch type players on the Guardians right now than the White Sox. I don't know if we're hoping to find out here on the show. Ultimately, who do you honestly believe the Cubs acquire at the deadline? Don't screw this up yet. I wish I had names. I need to know the teams that actually want to say, you know what, we're ready to rock. We are ready to make a trade. I mean, the MLB draft is going on right now, and it's all I've heard. Well, once the draft is over. Okay. Like the draft will be over today. So then let's trade. I mean, so at once we were talking about Aroldis Chapman, right? Just a short time ago. Now the Red Sox are not trading. The Red Sox win 10 straight to go into the All-Star break. They're 8 over 500, and they have a game lead on the wild card. The Red Sox are now buying. The Blue Jays are buying. The Yankees are buying. The Tampa Bay Rays, they went like this. They were in first place, but they're not. They're buying light. I still think the AL Central's up. Like, if I'm the Twins, Royals, and Guardians, it's sell, sell, sell. 100%. The Mariners and Astros are not selling. Again, if I'm the Rangers, guys, I'm looking at the wild card. Are the Rangers capable of getting to the... I don't think so. Definitely sell if you're the Angels and A's. You go down to the National League. Marlins, Braves. Did I say 2 months ago the Braves are going to sell? Yes. You look at the NL Central, you got 4 teams in there that think they can get to the playoffs, including the Reds and Terry Francona, who just had his 2,000th win, and the Diamondbacks should sell in the West. So maybe Merrill Kelly. I don't have a great name. I want a team to sell it. It's going to surprise us. What's up, Hill? Welcome to the chat. Wayne, Cubby fans, you all have to feel good about taking 2 or 3 from the Yankees and being 18 games. If I would have told you before the season the Cubs would be 18 games over 500 at the All-Star break, there's not a person here that would have said, nah, they need to be better. Everybody would have said, oh, my God, absolutely. Landon, if all goes well, you'll add Caleb Williams, Connor Bedard, PCA, and Noah Asenge to that mural behind you. Okay. That name right there, I'm pointing to Noah. I saw what Joe Cowley was saying about him. I know it's summer league. I get it. But come on. I don't know if we should be putting Noah Asenge in any of those categories. Hey, look who's back. Clyde, we missed you last week, dude. I was down south. I was over there by Lip Ripper. Good to have you back, Clyde. Good. Look at everyone's happy to have you back, Clyde. Clean off your sunglasses, Johnny. You know what, Johnny? Don't tell me what to do. Okay? We're going to need these sunglasses. Johnny Mazziola. How about that guy? Do you know I've known that guy for 40 flipping years almost? That's a true story. And if it's not you, Maz, then I guess I'm just making stuff up here. I'm just taking that guy I played T-ball with. That's how long ago it was. How about that? Clyde, everyone's happy to see you. Get out at the credit card, Tommy Pennies, and spend some money. Guff is back, and I do. Chef, I don't know how to feel about this, and I want your guys' thoughts. My bet of the day is a home run derby pick. I mean, does that count in the loss record if it doesn't hit? I think you got to put it out there. Hey, if you're willing to put your you-know-what on the line, win or loss, you got to take the cred. Kyle, happy Monday. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Great way for the Cubs to go into the All-Star break. I say they're a bit behind the Dodgers and Yankees, but they're good enough to make some noise in the playoffs. Keep it up, Cubs. Go, Cubs, go. Look at you guys and your real talk. Look at Al. Glad there are no Chicago players in the home run derby. I think it affects people's swings as a bad omen for the second half of the year. Yeah, Al, I probably reside with you in that. Al spent his entire weekend on the South Side, by the way. That dude is the definition of fan. I'm telling you right now. It brings back a lot of memories. He texted me over the weekend. It's tough to have FOMO in the Florida Keys. Had a little bit of it, seen some of the... I knew so many of those guys, so just being with those guys, I think it would have been cool, but don't get me wrong. I had a damn good time. Okay. And I was at the Dry Tortugas on Saturday, which is a life experience in itself if you've never gone. I'm with Al, though. We've seen enough guys have tough second halves after this. There's been guys that have also taken off too, but it's probably better off that the PCA and Kyle Tucker are not in it. Brack, what's up, my man? How about that? Holiday, who was thought to have gone, was it Ethan Holiday, thought to have gone number 1 overall. The Nationals go out, take a 17-year-old kid, the second youngest pick ever in the history of the Major League Baseball draft, I think behind Ken Griffey Jr. That worked out for the Mariners. Rockies went out and got Matt Holliday's kid when they drafted Matt Holliday, 20-plus years ago. It's pretty cool. I mean, the Rockies did a really good job on social media celebrating it as well. Appreciate it, Wayne. Great respect to Bobby at Sox Weekend, except for the games themselves. I thought when Burley and Ozzie did the beer toast on the field, and Ozzie emotionally asked for a standing ovation for Bobby Jenks and not a moment of silence on Saturday, I thought that said it best. I still think my idea of Ozzie going to the bullpen like this, the gate opening, his jersey being hung there, his walkout song being played in the entire crowd, I still think that was the best idea. But I thought it was really cool that the team acknowledged in a beer toast to our guy, Bobby Jenks. Landon, the home run derby ruined Paul Konerko swing in 0-2 going into 0-3. Yeah, I've talked to Paulie about that. It's actually on an old episode of the White Sox Recap podcast here. We talked to Paulie about that exact that season and how it was either you learn from it or you don't. And Greg Walker kind of changed the way he went and turned his career around. We know what happened to Paulie after that. Phil, good team. Won't be seen as serious World Series contenders until moves are made. I think that's fair, and I think moves are coming. I also think that they are serious World Series contenders because their offense is that good. And now, if we're sitting here in 3 weeks and they haven't made a move, Phil, then I'll talk. But I do think it's weird. I just don't think there's a surefire, like 16 Cubs, you felt pretty good. It's still the World Series. They were down 3-1. We can talk about Game 7 all we want. The Indians had a 3-1 lead, and the Cubs chipped away to get to Game 7. JC says, I'm not even trying to flex, but I'm sort of a big deal. Oh, if you're the man himself, I'm happy to have you here. Any extra help I could have to look up, take it. Hill, 16-35. Help me out there, pal. Look at, there he is. All right. So everyone must think Godfather. I don't know if you saw us earlier in the show. Everyone reaching out wanted to know how you're doing. Brewers pick up a guy that's won 3 games for them. Hoyer and Ricketts standing pat, still under the luxury tax. Godfather, there was so much love for you on this show on Friday and even in the early part of this show. So I'm assuming things went well. Hopefully you can let us know. Blackhawks open the NHL season against the defending champs on October 7th. Good measuring stick to see where this team needs to be at. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a regular season opener. There's a lot of emotion in those banner-raising ceremonies. Was that a banner raising? Yeah. So I'm not going to make much of it from one game. Right now, they're nowhere near the Florida Panthers. Good to see you. Hope everything's okay. Jess, look at everybody. Look at everyone saying hello. I'm like a locomotive train at times, easy to fall off the rails, just like Chicago sports teams. JC, that is very true. The White Sox had the worst draft in the league. Wonder why this team stinks. Uncle Ted, I've seen others that say they loved their draft. The MLB baseball draft is funny to me. People are way too emotional about it. I mean, there are 4 number 1 picks in the history of baseball to go to the Hall of Fame. And that didn't even happen until the last 10 plus years. It's Ken Griffey Jr., Chipper Jones, Harold Baines is the one that's hard to figure out, and Joe Mauer. Those are your 4 Harold Baines is the one people get hung up on. Jess, we all knew Poles was being extended in January when Ben was hired. This is old news, Chicago. Move on to training camp. Jess, I get you. Godfather Poles had the worst possible season on field and off. I just don't know what we would expect, though. I just don't know what we expect. Guardians got chased. I know, Uncle Ted. I saw that and thought of you immediately and thought about he's going to crap all over the White Sox. Chicago Sky get a rematch with Minnesota tonight. If any of you are looking for something to watch with no baseball, let's get another Tonight Go Sky. Angel Reese killing it as of late. Back to the last comment about, was it Laviolette? Yeah. Like, the White Sox haven't drafted bad. Well, I'm going to erase that, please, from the record. I think development. The teams that develop are the teams that have good drafts. The Sox have not been great at that in the past. Let's see what this regime can do. McMahon, Joe Ryan, Griffin Jackson, Mitch Keller. Like, in a realistic world, like, I'm not going, oh, it's World Series now. But that makes the Cubs a lot better. Those are 4 big trades, by the way. That's four big trades. Ghost Runner, Ghost Rider, they're all the same people. Godfather, thanks to Guff and my chat brother, still waiting for test results. Been a rough 4 days. Well, we got you, bro. And the fact that you're here right now is even better. It kind of makes me think that we should I'll mosey on over to our favorite place, Hooters, and raise one to Godfather. Big Daddy mug full of mango cart. Maybe a Sam Adams Summer Ale. Maybe a Kona Big Wave. Maybe the Michelob Ultra. Got to keep that beach bod. A lot of beaching as of late. Tender tacos. The snow crab for $14.99 a pound this month is insane. I did try it. Awesome. And it's weird that the cinnamon pretzel bites, I still took them and I was like, snow crab and pretzel bite, you can make it work. You can make it work, especially when you're having the Repo Rita for $8. It's the drink of the month. OriginalHooters.com to visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com. My son, okay, so I'm going to tell you a personal story. My son was not with us in the Keys, which is hard, right? It gets hard as a parent, but he's a football player. He's got camps, etc. You got to figure it out. He ordered.hooters.com 4 times when we were gone. Come on, Hooters, hook us up. 4 times, man. Hit the account. I love it. Really cool that's an option when we are out of the house. Jess says, interesting to see the Cubs drafting Conrad, even though they weren't great options at pitching. Thought they maybe would get Ike Irish. This is the part for me. I don't even get Roman Anthony's the truth. I don't get excited about the baseball draft because we're not going to know about these guys for 4 years, especially the guys that are not college guys. Saw the Cubs have taken 2 outfielders in the draft. Maybe a deal is brewing for Owen Casey or Alcantara. Maybe. I mean, Owen Casey had a really good futures game. Gordon Whitmire spoke with him down there. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Rangers are on fire. Are you talking about the Texas Rangers? I don't think the Texas Rangers would be called on fire. They're 5-5 their last 10. They're right around. They're a game under 500. You guys, I like the sub combos that happen as a part of the show. When you have the best pitching in baseball in Corey Seager, you're never out. I mean, sure, you're right. Offensively, they have definitely gotten better. Yeah, we're all with you on Godfather for sure, right there. And Clyde is officially back. 18 teams while missing Imanaga. Or 18 games while yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Cubs 18 games over. Imanaga, Justin Steele. Imanaga and Steele basically out for the first half, and you're 18 games over. Wayne watched the Sox over the weekend. Your young guys are struggling right now. None of them can hit a breaking ball. Hard to watch. You got 10 guys here together. I think the All-Star break comes at a good time. I'm glad the White Sox are young right now. I'm glad that they're playing young guys, regardless of success or not. I'm okay with it. Everyone say hi to Clyde, and then the spelling bee starts. Of course, Clyde's back. Bolt Summer League, nothing to watch. Modest only played once. Noah definitely needs to develop more. If anyone wants to see Noah, head to Hoffman Estates for a majority of this season. Hope he's not another P-Will. I saw P-Will there in attendance, and I'm like, uh-oh. It's happening. Cowley said it, guys, on draft night. We did the Bulls recap podcast. He just did one over the weekend from Vegas. Noah needs some work. He said he's going to be in Hoffman Estates for most of the year. Drafting a prep right-handed, definitely first shortstop helps the White Sox hitting. He's the best defensive player in the draft, according to most scouts. Again, this is how excited. My pulse when the picks come in don't change. It's not like NFL or NBA. It's a lot like the NHL. It's like, wait, who's this guy? Where's he from? Oh, I'll trust the guys who do scouting to see what happens. There's Johnny. Such a true story. Great memories, brother. Had the right guy. Johnny Maz. You being here, dude. Think about that, man. I saw him. I was at Cubs convention you came up to. I can't even remember. I definitely saw you in person. I think it was Cubs convention. I can't remember. When I was doing the radio show. And it's like, it's a great thing about, no offense to Jess and others. I just think that's how dudes are. You can not see each other for decades, 20 years, 5 years, whatever. You just, boom, the memories flash flood. It's crazy. Thank you for being here, Maz. It's awesome. Let's discuss the White Sox cheating scandal over 100 years ago, but it's irrelevant to the topic. Okay. Matt Olson is Uncle Ted's pick. Hometown favorites. Those are kind of boom or bust. They're boom or bust because a lot of times there's so much pressure to perform in front of your home crowd that it goes south. Or then you ride the wave like Bryce Harper did for Washington. I think that was 2018. I want to say I was there. That was awesome. Todd Frazier, I was at that All-Star game in 2015 with Cincinnati. He won it. So there's definitely some recent guys who have been there and done that. White Sox can't get any worse at hitting. A derby ain't doing nothing. That's probably fair. Why are the Cubs drafting a lot of outfielders? Draft great players. I have 10 outfielders. Who cares? Trade them. They're all coming up at different times. You guys got to remember, you take a college kid who's 22, then you take an 18-year-old high school kid. Their paths are probably different. That's the way I look at it. Congrats to your favorite football team, Chelsea FC, for winning the FIFA championship yesterday. Huge upset win over PSG. Keep it up, Blues. Keep proving the doubters wrong. I love Kyle's commitment to every sport. Love everyone on the chat, and I haven't met one of you. All of my peeps. Wayne, we got to get you down to one of our events. I know it doesn't. You're up in Wisconsin, I believe. I'll be up there with Cap. Cap, we're having a recap get-together starting tomorrow. This show will be back on the road again for a few days. I'll have the whole crew with me. It'll be fun. Good afternoon. Should you win a title in 2005? Why wasn't there any commitment to stay contenders and win? Cards, Red Sox, Giants won multiple titles since then. Just saying. I think they committed to it in 2006. I would argue that their offense was better. Look them up. 90-win team in 2006. A lot of people forget about that. There was a 95 and 96-win Twins and Tigers team. They didn't have the extra wild card. Otherwise, the Sox would have gotten in. Their pitching was banged up obviously from a great run in 2005. 2007, they flopped and lost 99 games. They just had a bad year. They come back in 2008, and then they win the division with that black. So I do think, Phil, when you look at that like 05 to 08 era, they committed. They won the World Series. They won 90 games and fell short of a wild card. They had a bad off year, and then they followed it up with a division champion year. So I think that, to me, they committed for like that short stretch, and then they tried to keep chasing that, and they fell fast. Kurt, how much do the Cubs need to get done trade-wise to hold off Milwaukee? I think they need to take care of what they're doing. I know Milwaukee's a game back. They've been won 7. I talked about the Red Sox, but when you win 7 in a row, and Andrew frickin' Vaughn, like, I'm happy for him because it was never going to happen here. But Andrew Vaughn, 5 games, 14 at-bats, okay? 14 at-bats. He's 6 for 14, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 10 RBI. Okay, thanks, Andrew Vaughn. Shots fired. Welcome back, Godfather. Welcome back, Godfather. You're the man, Kyle. Saw the negotiations not going well with Giddy and the Bulls. Giddy's in Vegas, but not at the Summer League. He doesn't need to be at the Summer League games. And by the way, Giddy can say, the Bulls, I love what the Bulls are doing. The Bulls should dictate. Giddy wants $30 million. The Bulls are saying there's no other bidders. Worst case, Giddy plays on 1 year for $11 million. I'd be surprised if he did that. Happy belated birthday to Patrick Stewart and Harrison Ford. Love Harrison Ford. Thank you. Okay, so Poles is 15 and 30. I get the record, but there's zero. I would not want them on 2 paths. It doesn't work out in the NFL like that. Ted, be quiet. It's just because they didn't draft your buddy who's not even good. Baseball toss is getting into it with Ted. Why so many shortstops in the draft has to be a record. I'll say this, Wayne. The best players in baseball are shortstops or pitchers. Like pitcher, you see great pitchers play shortstop. It's always the best player on the field. Is Colson Montgomery a long-term shortstop? I don't know. He might be too big. 100%, Becky started the show with that. Hawaii Profiles disagrees with Phil. The Cubs are now the team to be compared to because of their record and consistency, despite their starting pitching challenges and third base and bench holes. 2 strong moves. Watch out. I think that's very much a factual statement. I think 2 strong moves could change everything with that. Appreciate you, Chef. Chef, love you, brother. Love you dearly. You're welcome, Godfather. We're not done. That's an old move, baseball toss, was the White Sox would draft family members. I don't know if that's still going to be the case. Lip would have gotten a little pumped to see the Sox could have drafted Liam Doyle from Tennessee, who was never going to fall to 10. I love all of your guys' commitment to college baseball and high school baseball. Guff heard the Mets might be interested in Robert Jr. I'll drive him to the airport. Hey, Wayne, pick me up on the way. I'll go with you. Alan, Tucker's been meh the past 2 weeks. Hopefully he comes back and rakes. Would love to see a few months on the Cubs be meaningful. I want to bring this up real quick. I like that. It's like, oh, I don't know about Kyle Tucker. Yeah, I don't know. Kyle Tucker has an 883 OPS. It's better than Suzuki. It's better than PCA. Only Michael Bush. Michael Bush, 920. Michael Bush is in some kind of special. How about this? Dansby Swanson, 16 bombs. Michael Bush, 19 bombs. Kyle Tucker, 17 bombs. Suzuki and PCA, 25 apiece. That team is just, God. I don't think the Sox will have somebody with 16 bombs. Happy All-Star break to you, Big Easy. Johnny, if it wasn't CubsCon, good memory. Take care of yourself. Keep grinding. Love the show. Appreciate you, brother. Yep, Clyde, it's definitely good to have you back. Definitely good to have you back. Over, Kurt. Over 1.5. 100%. Jess, I hope so too, Alan. I like Tucker's vibe on the team. Want to see them end on a high note. Didn't Rhino win it at Wrigley? He did. 1990. Alan, I saw referee Cleet Blakeman fired up for betting on a game. I'm sure this goes on behind. I'd say that there's more at stake for these guys than ever before, Alan. Maybe in the old days. O'Neill Cruz to win the Derby at plus 350. Well, okay. You know where I'm going? This is going to be, I think they're all sink or swim bets. First off, gosh, it felt damn good to put this back on again. The bet of the day, Friday. Friday feels like an eternity ago to me. I had game 2 money line for the White Sox in the doubleheader. It took 10 innings. It was ugly. It was pouring down rain at one point. Mike Vassell got it done. White Sox got it done. Mike Tauchman scored the winning run, and we cashed a damn bet. We went 2-3 last week. I feel momentum. Hadn't had a couple of wins in a week in a long time. I'm going Byron Buxton tonight. Now, Cal Raleigh is probably everyone's. Well, Cal, I like very much Cal Raleigh. I do. Let me read you something I was reading about with our guy, Byron Buxton. I got to find it now. Byron Buxton leads the majors or leads the field in like definite home run rate, which means like 76% of his home runs are out of all 30 parks. I think the average in the field is like 48%. No doubt rate, I think they call it. He's finally healthy at All-Star break. And we know he mashes. So I'm going Byron. I love it. And look, if it's home run derby, I'm going to take something that's got a little bit more juice involved to it than a guy who's favored at 3-1. Okay. Looking a bit red. That means the sun hit me at a great spot. I took care of oh, no, it's looking a bit red. Oh, I'm Irish. Hey, I wore the sunscreen. Okay. Fair for the White Sox. I hope if you guys haven't checked out, by the way, I did a recap of the White Sox game on Thursday from the Turtle Hospital in the Florida Keys. I thought it was great. I thought it was good humor. If you haven't checked it out, I'd love your opinion. Owen Casey I will drive Adrian Hauser the 8 miles right now. Thank you, Breck. Understand. Melanin. Come on now. My tan looks different. Don't be jealous. Yeah, that's where we're going. Byron Buxton. I wanted to pull up this nugget I read on Byron Buxton, and I might not be able to pull it up in time. I had it pulled up for you guys, and now I'm losing my mind. Damn it. Might be here. It might be here. No, sorry, guys. I was trying to find it, and I couldn't. I had a 9. Oh, Byron Buxton. Here he goes. Leads the field in no doubter rate. 76.2% of his home runs would have left the yard in all 30 parks. The next closest is Cruz at 68.8, and the average for the field is 47.3. He's third in the field in expected homers, second in average home run distance, which is great for getting the bonus ball. That's it. You got to think about the bonus ball. Great price is what I think. Great price. Certainly, I would bet it. I'm going to bet it him to get to the final as well. So that's where we're going with Byron Buxton. Sunburn turns into a tan, even when you're Irish. Swayze, I'm here and I'm gone. Missed the whole damn show. Pissed. I'm going with the Young Nats to win tonight. Wood, you're going with, well, first of all, Swayze, we're here for you, brother, because you can go back and watch this show on demand, which is what we're asking you to do. We will have a recap rush hour later on in the day. Not a lot going on in sports as we know, but we're here for you when content drops. Obviously, no baseball recaps until Friday. I'll be with you all week. The show is on the road. We have a new partner. Tasty Trade is joining us starting tomorrow. Tasty Trade will be a great partner for the show. And we'll go from there. Byron Buxton, 9-1, folks. 9-1. You riding it? I'm riding it. Byron Buxton at to me, a very juicy price. I'm going to get it now. And we'll go from there. Appreciate you, Jess. Godfather, glad that you're here, brother. We're all thinking about you. Hopefully you don't have to sit around stressed out for the next few days as you get your results, because we certainly care about you very much in this community and in this show. It's all brought to you by our fine folks at Hooters, original Hooters.com. Good week to get away. Kick your feet up. Take a break from sports. We got the ESPYs on Wednesday. It's just a good time to ramp up because Bears training camp starts next week. Yes, I said that. Bears training camp starts next week. The recap and everything that we got planned after the All-Star break, folks, we are ramping up too. Appreciate you, Terry. So get ready. See you guys tomorrow. Let's get Byron Buxton paying. Hey, 10 wins you 90. 10 pays you 100 because you get your $10 back as well. Appreciate all of you. Good to be back in the saddle with you guys. Appreciate this community greatly. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the weather. It's hot. Get out there. Get in the water. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be good to people, man. That's all. I told my daughter we had something happen to us at the grocery store. I'm going to end on this story. I grab a cart. I'm with my daughter. Old man. It's walking very slowly. He doesn't get the cart he wants. I was like, oh, sir, just take this one. And he comes up to me in this beautiful accent. And he puts his hand on my shoulders and he says, you are such a nice man. You are such a nice man. I get my own cart, but you are such a nice man. And I looked at my daughter and I'm going to say to you guys, the easiest thing to do in the world is to be a nice person. Even when you're pissed, me, upset, I've been. Enemies, got a few. Be nice. Be good. Take care. Appreciate you being part of this community. Thanks for watching. For everybody at the recap, we all love you. It's REKAP Lunch Hour brought to you by Hooters. Order.hooters.com. Do like my son did. They'll drop it off. Have a great day.